Okay, let's start with the first question. It's about profit and loss. It's a very simple question of profit and loss. An electronic retail shop offered 25% discount on the eve of a new year. If the selling price of a mobile phone is 5250, then the mark price of the mobile phone is which one? So let's assume that the mark price of mobile phone is X. How much discount was offered? 25%. So I'll say 0.75x must be the selling price, and this is given equal to 5250. So when you solve it, you'll get x equal to how much? 7,000. So the mark price must be equal to 7,000. What's the next one? The distance between Melbourne and Sydney is 600 kilometers. Okay, this distance is 600 kilometers. This is Melbourne. This is Sydney. Mark leaves by car at 1 a.m. Leaves from Melbourne at 1 a.m. and travels at a speed of 50 kilometers per hour for the first 6 hours. So in 6 hours at a speed of 50, he must have traveled how much? 50 into 6 is 300. So he's already covered half of the distance. Still he needs to cover 300 more. He completes the remaining journey at 100 kilometers per hour. 100 kilometers per hour for the next 300 kilometers. He must have taken how many hours? 3 hours. Already he has taken 6 hours. Now he'll take 3 more hours. That means the total time will be 9 hours. Now Mark returns at an average speed of 80. He needs to cover 600 kilometers at a speed of 80. So he'll take how much time? 60 by 8, 30 by 4, 15 by 2. That is 7.5 hours. So he'll only take 7.5 hours instead of 9. So I can say that he'll take 1.5 hours less than the previous one. Again, it's a very simple question. Percentage concept. 8.1 liters of milk is mixed with 36.9 liters of water. So the total quantity will become how much? 45. Then the percentage of milk in the mixture is, so quantity of milk is 8.1 out of 45. So this is how we can calculate the percentage. Straight away I can say that my answer should be less than what? 20%, because 10% of 45 is 4.5, 20% would be 9, and this is 8.1. So when you solve it, you'll get 18%. This should be the answer. Okay, what's the next one? Salary of a person on 1st January 2001 is how much? 6,400 per month, with an increment of 600 per month due on September. Every year in the month of September, you'll get an increment of 600 rupees. This will go till what? 2005. Okay. If his monthly salary on 1st January 2006 increases by 40% instead of that 600 rupees, of an 40% of average monthly salary during the last 5 years. Last 5 years means 2001 till 2005. What monthly salary did he draw in the February 2006? So I'll have to calculate the average salary of the last 5 years. So let's start it in this way. Let's say in 2001, his salary was 6,400 for the whole 2001 year. He'll get 6,400 for the first 8 months. Then he'll get an increment of 600 in the month of September. So in the month of September, October, November, December, that means for these 4 months, he'll be getting how much? 6,400 plus 600 for the rest of the 4 months. Similarly, in 2002, his salary has already become how much? 6,400 plus 600, that is 7,000. He'll get 7,000 for the 8 months, and for the next 4 months, he'll be getting how much? 7,000 plus an increment of 600. That makes 7,600. This will be the total salary for the year 2002. For 3, it should be 7,600 for the first 8 months, then 7,600 plus 600, that is 8,200 for the rest of the 4 months. Then in 2004, his salary will be 8,200 for the first 8 months, then 8,800 for the rest of the 4 months. In 2005, his salary would be 8,800 into 8 plus 9,400 into 4. This will give you the total salary for the first 5 years or previous 5 years. Then I need to find the average salary per year per month. Per month means what? I'll add up all these five values divided by 5 and 12, that is 60. When you add them, what you'll get? When you add these five figures and divide it by 5 and 12, you get it equal to 7800. So his average salary would be 7800. Fine. Now what's the question? If his monthly salary on 1st January 2006 increases by 40%, so before this increment, his salary must be 9400, I believe. His salary must be 9400. Okay. Now he'll get an increment of what? 40%. 40% of what? This average salary. So it's 9400 plus 40% of 7800. So after solving this, what you'll get? 12520. This was the question. So what is the correct answer? It's fourth option. Okay, next one. Tn is the nth term of a geometric progression such that Tn is Tn minus 1 plus Tn minus 2. That means every term is the sum of the previous two terms for n greater than 2. If the first term and the common difference ratio of the progression are positive real numbers, then find the common ratio. Let's assume that Tn is 3. Let the first term be a and common ratio be r. So the first term will become a, second term ar, third term ar square, and so on. So if I put n equal to 3 here, I can say that third term must be equal to sum of the previous two terms. So third term according to our assumption is ar square must be equal to second term plus first term. When you equate this, a will cancel out and you will be left with r square is equal to 1 plus r. Or another way, I can say r square minus r minus 1 is equal to 0. We're looking for the value of common ratio, and it's a quadratic equation. So if you try to find the values of r, you will get two values. R is equal to minus b, that is minus of this term, will give you 1, plus minus b square, that is 1, minus 4 into first term a, this is 1, into minus 1 divided by 2. So this will give you 1 plus minus root of 5 by 2. You're getting two values here, but since the value of r is positive, I'll consider only first value, that is 1 plus root 5 by 2. So the answer becomes 1 plus root 5 by 2. Now this was the application of quadratic equation as well as progressions. Let's look at the next one. Now what's the next one? Density of the milk at 25 degrees centigrade is 1000 grams per liter, and it varies with the temperature according to the following relation. When dt is 2500 minus k into t, where k is a constant and t is a temperature. So if you try to put the values here, at 25 degree it was 1000, so I'll put dt is equal to 1000 is equal to 2500 minus k, which is not given, and the temperature was 25, so I'll put 25 here. This will give you the value of k. K into 25 is equal to 1500, so k is equal to 1500 by 25. 1500 by 25 will give you how much? 60. The next time, what's given here? A milkman buys milk from a place where the temperature is 25 and sells it at a place where the temperature is 30. So when the temperature becomes 30, definitely there will be a change in density. Now the density would be 2500 minus k. K was a constant and its value 60. What's the temperature? 30. So this is going to give you 2500 minus 1800 is equal to 700. Is equal to 700. So effectively you're getting how much? 700 here. So 700 would become what? Density 700 grams per liter, and you started with what? 1000 grams per liter. How do we solve this question? It's given that initially the temperature was 25 when he purchased the milk, and when he is going to sell the milk, the temperature will become 30. Because of that, there will be a drop in the density. Let's assume that the price of milk was X rupees per liter, and now he purchased, or and he purchased Y liters. So the total cost from him for him will become X into Y, X into Y rupees. Now, what will happen here? He purchased a milk which when the density was 1000 grams per liter, but now it has become what, 700 grams per liter. That means customer will get only 700 liters, 700 grams at the rate of 700 grams per liter. The quantity will remain same. That means he is going to make some profit here. So now the price will become how much? 1000 by 700, and it was Y, so I'll multiply it by Y. So after selling that milk, which is 700 grams per liter, whose density is 700 grams per liter, is going to make how much money? 1000 by 700 into XY. Effectively, it becomes what? 10 by 7 of XY. So he purchased at his investment was XY and returns at 10 by 7 of XY. Obviously, this is more than XY. So his profit will become how much? 10 by 7 XY minus XY. Profit percent will divide it by XY into 100. So effectively what you're going to get here, 3 by 7 into 100, that is 300 by 7. So the answer becomes fourth option. Because density has reduced, that's why the same mass will give you more money here. What's the next one? The compound interest on rupees 10,000 at the rate of X% per annum, which compounded annually for 2 years, is 1449. Have a formula for that. Amount is equal to principal into 1 plus r by 100 raised to the power n. What is the amount? Money was 10,000, this was principal, and the interest was 1449. So effectively amount becomes 11449. The principal was 10,000 into 1 plus r. This r is x here. It was given for 2 years, so I'll raise it by 2. This is going to give you how much? 1.1449 is equal to 1 plus x by 100 raised to the power 2. Now instead of solving this one, because you need log table for that, what we'll do, we'll put the values here, because 1.1 is not going to give you this. Now if you look at the answer, it ends with what? 9. It ends with 9. So how do we solve it? When you put the values here, x equals 7 will satisfy here, because 1.07 square will definitely end with what? 9. 1.05 square will end with 5, but my answer should end with 9. 1.10 square will not end with 9. 1.12 square will end with 4. So the correct answer should be what? X equal to 7. You won't have to solve it. Amit and Neeraj started walking simultaneously in the same direction from a point on a circular track. This is the circular track. When they started in the same direction, they'll move like this. The time taken by them to meet for the first time was 5 times the time that they would have taken to meet for the first time had they started walking in the opposite direction. So there are two cases. Either they'll move in the same direction or opposite direction. If they move in the same direction, they'll take 5 times of the time they would have taken if they had moved in the opposite direction. Now what is not given here? The length of track. Circumference is not given. Take it equal to d. So how much time is required to meet for the first time if they move in the opposite direction? Let's say their speeds are A and B, and it's given that Amit was slower than Neeraj. If Neeraj's speed is B, Amit's is A, their relative speed will become B minus A. This is the time taken. I'll take it equal to T1. And if they move in the opposite direction, the time taken by them would have been B plus A, D upon B plus A. This is T2. And what's the relationship given? This time is 5 times of this time. That means T1 is equal to 5 times of T2. Let's put the values here. D upon B minus A is equal to 5 into D upon B plus A. dd will be cancelled out. When you cross multiply, what you will get? B plus A is equal to 5B minus 5A. So 4B is equal to 6A. So what is A by B? You get 4 by 6. That is 2 by 3. So he was asking the ratio of what was the speed of Neeraj, and the speed of Amit was 12. So value of A is 12. If A is 12, B becomes how much? 18. So the answer should be first option. What's the next one? In a 1,000 meter race, A beats B by 50 meter, even if he gives B a head start of 5 seconds. If A gives B a head start of 10 seconds in the same race, then B will beat A by 50 meter. Find the ratio of the speeds of A and B. Let's say their speeds are A and B meters per second. Now to cover 1,000 meters, A requires how much time? Distance upon speed. And by the time A covers 1,000, B will cover 50 meters less than that. That means B is going to cover only 950 meters with the speed of B. So he must have taken this much time. But their time should not be same because B got a head start of 5 seconds. That means time taken by B to cover 950 meters will be 5 seconds more than the time taken by A to cover 1,000 meters. So this becomes your first equation. Instead of that, if A gives B a head start of 10 seconds in the same race, B will beat him by 50 meters. That means this time B will cover the 1,000 meters with the speed of B, and A will cover only 950 meters with the speed of A, and the difference in time should be equal to what? 10 seconds. Now this is 950 by B minus 1,000 by A is equal to what? 5. So if you cross multiply them, what you will get? 950A minus 1000B is equal to 5AB. Similarly, when you solve it here, you will get 1000A minus 950B is equal to 10AB. Now do one thing, divide both the equations. When you divide them, this AB will be cancelled out and you will get 1 by 2 here. And when you cross multiply it again here, you get 1900A minus 2000B is equal to 1000A minus 950B. This term goes on right hand side and this comes on the left hand side. So we are left with 900A is equal to 2000B minus 950, that is 1050B. So what is A by B? 1050 by 900. 0 will be cancelled out. This is 5 into 21. This is 5 into 18. Still I can cancel it out because both the numbers are divisible by 3. This is 3 into 7 and this is 3 into 6. So the ratio of their speed should be 7:6. Okay, what's the next one? The cost price of wheat increases by 20%. The selling price remains constant. To maintain the same percentage profit, the shopkeeper makes a mixture of 12 kg by mixing some wheat with y kg of impurity, which comes at a free of cost. Find the value of y. He made a mixture of 12 kg, but this does not contain the pure wheat. It contains some impurity also. Okay. The cost price of wheat increases by 20. Let's say initially the cost price was P, and what was the previous profit? I don't know. And the selling price remains constant. To maintain the same percentage profit, the shopkeeper makes a mixture of 12 kg. So he was getting how much? P. Now the cost price increases by 20%. That means 1.2p. If the price increases by 20%, we know that relationship. If the price increases by 20%, we'll have to reduce the consumption by how much percent? This is 1 by 5. So this should be 1 by 6. That means we'll have to reduce the quantity by 1 by 6 so that you get the same revenue. That means we'll have to reduce 1/6. So this 1/6 must be what? This should be the impurity part of the total weight. What was the total weight? 12. What is 1/6 of 12? 2 kg. That means these 12 kg will have 10 kg of wheat, and the remaining 2 kg must be impurity. So the answer becomes what? 2 kg. If you don't get this one, what you can do, you can assume that the selling price, profit was P, selling price was X. So what was the profit? X minus P. Now when the profit increases, let's say the cost price is P, selling price is X. Now if the price increases by this 1.2p, and you want to get what? The same profit same percentage profit. You want to get the same percentage profit, that means this is what? 6 by 5 of P should give you what? X. Is only possible when this becomes 5x by 6. That means after selling that, P will be equal to only 5 6. That's why I said that 1 6 must be the impurity. Thank you.